Hi, Jackson here at Song Mentor. Today's song is Brown-Eyed Girl. Brown-Eyed Girl was written and released in 1967, just preceded the Astral Weeks album for Warner Brothers, and it was really his breakout song in the United States, Van Morrison's breakout song of his solo career. He'd had just moved on from being the lead singer for the Northern Irish band Them, who are most famous for Gloria, Mystic Eyes, Here Comes the Night, etc., etc. And so this really established him as a solo artist, and went on to, it's actually considered by most people to be Van Morrison's signature song. It was number 12 on the list of the 200 most played songs by DJs in the United States. An amazing song. People love to sing along to it. People love it, period. Here's Van Morrison's Brown-Eyed Girl. Okay, with Brown-Eyed Girl we have a lovely 4-chord song. You need an open G major. You need an open C, an open D chord, and an E minor. Now we're going to do all kinds of some little connectors and all kinds of neat little things to connect those chords, and of course we've got all kinds of riffing to do in this song, but those are the 4 chords you need. All right, let's break down the strumming pattern for Brown-Eyed Girl. It's always harder to break it down because when you're playing this slowly, it's unnatural. But to show you what I'm actually doing here, what I would recommend, it's down strum and then kind of a muted hit, heel the hand mutes, and then up, down, up. Okay, so strum, mute, up, down, up. Strum, mute, up, down, up. Okay. Now up to tempo, it sounds much, much nicer. Strum, mute, up, down, up. There's the strumming pattern. Okay, well, this song is known for its signature intro, and it's actually played up here, and then way up here. And I can't even, and if you're like me and you've got a kind of a normal acoustic guitar here, I can't access this part of the neck because I don't have a cutaway. If you have a cutaway acoustic, it's possible. So what we're going to do is an alternative picking thing, which is really quite nice, and it's played down here. So we're going to take our first finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and our 2nd finger rather, on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And then I'm going to use my thumb and pointer finger, pulling up with the pointer finger and down with the thumb to pick those 1st and 3rd strings. So it's like this. So with my 3rd and 4th fingers now, I'm going to place them on the 5th fret of the 3rd and 1st strings. These can stay where I originally had them placed. And then I'm going to slide those 3rd and 4th fingers up to the 7th fret and back down to the 5th. So 1st and 2nd fingers there. And you practice this a little bit. This is one of those riffs that you've got to practice it over and over again to get it smooth, especially since you're going to take this and move it up to here. Okay, so and that just leaves us the little ending. By the way, when I move that up, I didn't tell you, but the pointer finger ends up at the 8th fret. And it's exactly the same riff you just learned down here, but we're starting it on the 8th fret. And that only leaves us this little ending And all I'm doing there is now I'm picking first and second strings. My first finger is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and my pinky is on the 5th fret of the 1st string. I pluck those together, and then 2nd, 3rd, 5th of the 1st string. And then back into. Okay, so putting the whole thing together. And then you, of course, play that twice. And then that leads you, where we go, leads us into the chording. Okay, there's the signature opening riff, or a version of it that is going to be comfortable with play along and acoustic guitar for Brown Eyed Girl. Okay, just before we go into the intro and a verse, I just want to show you a little connector that I worked out to transition from the G chord to the E minor chord. So we're at this part of the song. Brown-eyed girl. Okay. A brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. So all it is strumming the G chord. So what I'm doing there, and I play G this way because it's so much easier to switch to C, but my pinky is on the high G note, and then I'm going to pick up just sliding up there from G to A, back to G to F sharp, and then playing the E minor chord. So one more time, slowly. I'm a brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Okay, let's do that intro and a verse. Hey, where did you go? Days when the rain came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping, and you, a brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Just want to show you the chorus, which is pretty simple, and then another nice little transition into that bass solo part that's so well known in this song. So you're holding the D here. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 ti da, just like that. Sha la 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 ti da, la ti da. You know, it's at this point when I want to show you this little transition, like this. We're back to the intro here. Okay, that little phrase. To play this, I've got a little triangle going here. My first finger's on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, my second finger's on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and my 3rd finger is on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and I'm lifting that and putting it on the 5th fret, 3rd finger, and then for the very last note, and this is this picking thumb and forefinger on the 2nd and 3rd strings, right? So we end up there. which is first finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 3rd finger, 5th fret, 3rd string. And then we're into that bass line. And I'll show you that in just a sec. I'm going to show you this little bass line. I mean, I played bass for a while, so it's kind of a fun thing to do. I'm going to use my thumb for this. Like that. So here's where we're going with this. Chord G, 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 B, C. So C, E, F, G. So G, 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 B, D, 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 A, G. So again. I think that's kind of a fun thing to do in the middle of the song, and you can kind of get people grooving to that bass line. We don't have a bass, but we could do the next best thing. So there's the bass line in Brown Eyed Girl. Okay, well, we've covered just about everything. I've given you all the little bits, and there are a lot of little bits. The only thing we haven't done is really that transition into the bass, from the chorus into the bass. So maybe we'll show you that. We'll start with the 2nd verse, actually. Here we go.
Whatever happened Tuesday and so slow, going down over mine, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, a brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la la la ti da, la ti da.
All right, fine tuning for this song. The only thing I'm going to suggest is because it's going to need a lot of practice. I mean, I found this quite difficult, not having played this song too often before. There's a lot of bits that require practice. If you're willing to do that, great. You can add even more to the song than we learned today. But if you want to just cover the basic song, you can eliminate a lot of that stuff and just here where we go. You beginning strummers. Here we go. You know, you can simplify this to the nth degree. What we did was we tried to add a few little subtle touches to make it a lot more interesting. Whatever way you play it, have fun with it. It's a classic. People will love it, and they'll love to sing along. Who doesn't love to sing sha-la-la-la? Come on, been done lots of times. There you go. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.